I would like to thank you all for the lovely cards, gifts, and gift cards that you gave me, including the pictures by the students and of the students. Because your gifts were so thoughtful and often delicious, I wanted to make sure that my thank yous were just as thoughtful and personalized. Because I teach engineering, I wanted to engineer a thank you card, so I used paper engineering and the engineering design process. I decided I wanted to do a pop-up thank you card, and so I looked for inspiration, like this, and this, and this, and especially this. The next part of the engineering design process is to plan what you will do and how you will do it. I have a Cricut machine at home, so I decided I would use this to cut out the thank you cards. For convenience, I wanted to be able to use standard envelopes, and in order to be more sustainable, I wanted to get 2 thank yous out of each sheet of paper. Once I had my materials, I made my first prototype by hand. I started with a design using Adobe InDesign. Then I tested the design. This was the first attempt, and it didn't go so well. I would certainly call version 1.0 a fail, a first attempt in learning. I did several more attempts to get this design to work, using different mats, different papers, and different variations on the design. This one fared much better, but it still was hard to get the 2 cards to line up the way I wanted for printing, and also to get the folds to work correctly. Unfortunately, all these early versions were a fail, my first attempt in learning and my further attempts in learning. But I did learn from each iteration. At some point, you have to decide, are you going to keep iterating the same idea or try an entirely different idea? So I went back to the planning stage and decided to simplify what I was doing with a cutout instead of a pop-up. I changed my design. I added a snowflake. I said merci instead of thank you because it actually works better for a cutout, and tried this. I forgot about the fact that the middle of the snowflake was not connected to anything, so it would not show up in my cutout, and I had some problems cutting out the snowflake because of the detail. Here is the cutout part of the snowflake. So that's when I abandoned that idea and decided to simplify it even further. In this version, I only used the word merci. There were 2 on a page. I thought it would work very easily. It was a simple cut. Well, maybe not. This would have been great if it wasn't running off the top of the page. The bottom one of these 2 cards worked okay, but the top one, as you can see, did not cut clean. Attempt after attempt, cut after cut, I kept having problems. At the end of the day, I only had a handful of clean cuts. Once again, I went back to the beginning and brainstormed a new idea. At this point, I was a little frustrated, so I went out and bought some thank you cards. However, buying thank you cards feels like a cop-out when I want to make this more personalized. So while I will be sending the store-bought cards as thank yous, they will have a personalized item enclosed. I realized that the making of this thank you card, even if it wasn't entirely successful, is a good lesson in the engineering design process. So this video is also part of your thank you. So once again, many thanks. Merci beaucoup.